Number 4. This is my favorite time of the day. I get to jam on the guitar, and hopefully you get something out of it too. I got a great track today lined up. It's in the style of Jimi Hendrix, kind of like Purple Haze tune. So we're going to check that out. We're going to look at some dominant pentatonic stuff too, which is pretty cool. But first, I got to do what you got to do. You got to say, hey, if this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment, do all that stuff, man. I'd love to hear from you. Give me some feedback. Let me know if this is good, if it's bad, if it's how it could be better. That's important. And if you have like a backing track that you want to see me demonstrate, I guess, on the one of these episodes, then yeah, send it along to me in the comments. I'd love to check it out and stuff. That's what this is all about. Being able to push myself, show you how to jam on these things using the Pentatonic Way method, system, if you will, and simplify your life, man. You don't need to know a bazillion chords, not chords, but scales, in order to jam over everything. All you need is one, really, I always think of that quote from Bruce Lee where he says, I don't fear the man. I don't know if that's how he talks, but I don't fear the man that practices 1,000 punches one time. I fear the man that practices one punch 1,000 times. And I think he actually said 10,000 too there, which is even scarier, I suppose, So, but the point is, you can be master of none, or master of one. I don't know if I got that right either. Anyway, this is live, and I am trying to remember this stuff off the top of my head. So let's get to the backing track. I got a great one today, and we'll check it out. This track is brought to you today by Now You Shred, and it's a great track. And actually, the creator of the track also has a video where he shows his insights on how to jam on this too. So you check that out, and I'm just going to do it my way, and hopefully you guys find it helpful. All right, so let's see what we got here. Pretty cool. All right, so let's look real quickly before we get into it at the chords. All right, we got E major, and then we go to G, and then A, which is very similar to Purple Haze, So it's great, and it has such a cool vibe that he put together with this, with the cool drums and the guitar. Everything sounds awesome. And he mentions here, check out the C sharp note, and we're going to do that today too when I show you the shapes we're going to use. That might seem daunting where you're like, C sharp, where's C sharp? I don't even know where C sharp is. You don't need to know to jam over it this way. So I'll show you what I'm going to do here. But first, let's listen to the track a bit. I'm just going to jam on it using this. Whoop. I always forget that resets the old video. So we're in E. So I'm just placing that shape at the 12th fret. Thank you, Nancy. All right, cool. So that sounds good. You can jam over the whole thing in E minor pentatonic, but it might sound a bit boring after a while. You might get stale just jamming on that one thing. If you're jamming without a bass player and you and a drummer, they're not going to be able to follow where you are, unless they're counting bars, which a lot of drummers don't. They just go by feel. Oh, here's where the change happens. You know what I mean? So what you can do, I'm going to pause this for a second and show you this very cool scale shape. It's from Dominant Pentatonics, and a lot of people don't really know that dominant pentatonics exist. I didn't know for a long time. But they're another group of 5 pentatonic scales that you can use that basically just do the notes, highlight the notes, the root, the 2, the major third, the 5, and the flat 7. All right, so those really highlight all the chord tones that you'd have in like a E7 scale chord, right? So they fit in right with that. But what we're going to use it today is on that A. When we get to the A chord, we're going to use this shape. Now look how similar it is to the first shape on the 12th fret. Whoop, that's not what I wanted to do. There it is. All right, so we got this, like 12, 15, 12, 14, 11, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, and 11, 15. All right, so check it out. Like they're not really lined up here on the grid. Why does it keep doing that? All right, there you go. SNHU is not responsible for any of the content in this video, and it's just a coincidence that their logo keeps coming up. Just that's my disclaimer so I don't get in trouble. All right, so yeah, all you're gonna do is switch those 2 notes, like right here. So instead of this, you're gonna go. And it's a very small change finger-wise, but listen to the difference it makes in your phrasing and everything like that. It's really going to give you more options so you don't get stale, and it's going to help your phrases fit with the chord progression better. I like to think like jamming on that one shape of E is like if you went to the store and you bought a suit off the rack. It's going to look good. You know what I mean? You're going to look pretty good. You're wearing a suit after all. But if you switch to this scale over the A, or if you switch scales over the chords, that's like going and getting a tailored suit. You know what I mean? Like you got the suit and now they tailor it to your body. You're going to look way better than you'd would if you just got off the rack. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of an analogy or metaphor or whatever it is that I think of when thinking about this stuff. So, all right. Let's check it out. I'm going to try it here. So there's that shape up there for you to try. So there's that note. So you can hear it. There's that note, you know, so you can really tell a difference. Even if I just play very simple stuff, you'll be able to hear the chord change, you know. Right there, right? So I'm still getting used to it myself. I gotta admit, I'm more familiar with the 5 pentatonic shapes, the major and minor ones, than I am with these. So that's why I like to practice it. You know, like certain licks are just easier in the major and minor shapes, right? So, like for instance, what I call the teeter-totter lick, right? So if you're in the first shape, that minor pentatonic shape, right? And I'll zoom in for this one. Yeah, that shape. So you're here on the 12th fret. And this is one of my favorite pentatonic shape licks because you can really get some crazy speed out of it. And I totally stole this from Richie Kotzen. It's cool, man. I don't know what he calls it, but I call it the teeter-totter lick. And all you're gonna do is do like, right, 12, 14, 12, that starts it. And then when you go back to the A string, go 14, 12, 14, and then do 14 here. So you're alternating like, so 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, oh, 14. In strict, skin strip, string skip. That's easy for me to say. So that's the idea. Hold on a second. Oop. All right. Had a phone call coming in. My life is calling me. But this 15 minutes is just for jamming the guitar. That's it. I've blocked it off. All right, so let's get back to the jam track. I'm going to practice for a couple minutes, show you how it sounds. I'm going to try to move around, so I'm not just going to stick to that shape on the 12th fret. I'm going to try to stretch myself and see what I can come up with. All right? Once again, it's pentatonicway.com if you want to check this stuff out. There's a lot of great stuff there. I've been working for years on that stuff, creating some lessons that you're not going to find anywhere else, and I'm always creating new stuff every day. Yeah, all right. Talk to you soon. I'm going to jam on this, and I'll finish up in a second. Got to work on that. What happened? Interlude. I'll get quiet here. Let me see if this pickup works. Do the Miles Davis and just hit a couple notes, the important ones. All right, I'm gonna have to stop there. Well, thank you for joining me on this, my favorite part of the day. Coming to you guys to play some stuff, practice my soloing, and hopefully inspire you to pick up the guitar today too. So I hope you do. I know you'll be happier if you do. And I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.